Hello, Cheech and Chong. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Russell with Weird Magazine. Can you hear me all right?
I can. Very well, Russell.
Welcome to Weird Magazine and Weird Radio. Good to have you guys with us.
It's nice to be had.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys, how's the tour going so far?
Going really good, man. We're having a lot of fun selling out and bringing the word to the people. Yes.
Well, where are you guys at right now? Whereabouts are you in this leg of the tour, Cheech?
We're in a good space.
Yeah, we're still, we're cool with each other and with the audience, and we're in a happy space.
Well, I wanted to ask, tell us about how this idea came about of starting a new tour.
God told me one night.
God came to us in the form of a lawyer.
In the form of a lawyer's bill, actually.
Yeah. He says, pick me. And we said, okay. We better get a job first.
Actually, it was the government. They offered us to wipe away 500 hours of court-mandated community service. And so that was the final push.
And so you're out serving the community, right?
Out serving the community, bringing God's word to the people.
Well, we look forward to having you guys down here in South Texas in the Rio Grande Valley.
I love that place.
Yeah, we've got you guys scheduled down here. Looks like on the 15th of March. So, have either of you been down to the valley before?
Yes, we have. We played McAllen before in the day.
Back in the day?
Back in the day.
Well,
Should have seen the valley then, boy.
Oh, yeah, that's when the valley was the valley.
Yeah. Well, Tommy and Cheech, I wanted to ask you guys, are y'all having fun with this, and is it bringing back old memories of performing live?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's think about it. We talk about dope. People throw stuff on the stage every night, and we get paid a shitload of money. I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, it's just the only thing that's different is there's no groupies.
Well, no, we got our own groupies.
We got our own groupies. We take our own groupies with us.
There you go.
We can afford to.
Yeah, we're married to them.
Well, that's good. Those are the kind of groupies you want to keep, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have a side note here. I wanted to mention something to you guys because my father, who's a musician, said that he used to open up for you guys in about 69 or 70 at the old Climax Club in Hollywood off of Sunset. And I wanted to ask if you guys remember performing there.
Sure, absolutely do.
My father's name was...
Millionaires Club, right?
The Climax Club.
Yeah. But it was called the Millionaires Club.
No, it was called Climax 2, actually.
Oh, okay, Climax.
Uh-huh. And my father said he used to play in between your sets. He had a song he'd wrote called Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool.
Really?
And he used to play in there. He said you guys were hilarious. He said y'all had a song in there that was called Sergeant Sunshine?
Sergeant Sunshine, that's true.
Holy shit. Did we do that?
Oh, absolutely. That was a big part of our show. That was a big hit closer.
Yeah, he said from what he understood, he thought it was about a real cop from San Francisco.
Yeah. San Francisco.
We did that here in L.A.?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We started doing it at that one in Redondo Beach. Sergeant Sunshine was a cop.
A very ordinary cop.
Yeah,
Like good cops do.
Yeah.
Someone turned
What band did your dad play with?
Well, he was a solo act. He went by his stage name, Chris Kingsley, and he had a hit that was held by the Osmonds. Jimmy Osmond, that song went up the charts and the pop charts in the early 70s, about 72, and that song was Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool, which the little Jimmy Osmond recorded that song. But
I'm sure he did, because we played at the Climax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said he...
Yeah, if you remember Sunshine, he was there.
Yeah. He said that they...
Also was Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, in fact, I talked to my mom earlier, Cheech, and she said, yeah, we would go in there and hang out, and one time Earth, Wind, and Fire came in there, and yeah, so y'all were all right there hanging out, man, back in the day.
Wow.
Well, and that leads to my next question. I was kind of jokingly here. I mean, do you guys even remember the 70s?
Oh, yeah. It was a good time.
I mean, how often did you guys smoke back in the day?
As often as anybody else.
It was offered,
Yeah. Had it.
We never bought any, but we sure...
Yeah.
You didn't have to.
Oh, we lived on the grace of God.
There you go. Now, y'all did so many movies over the years. I was going to ask you, did you ever have... did either of you have a favorite movie of the ones that you did?
I like Up in Smoke because it was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Up in Smoke was probably the most complete. Yeah, Up in Smoke.
And then least favorite?
Up in Smoke.
Well, did either of you have any idea of what kind of an effect you would have on the American culture as the time of your comedy albums were coming out and doing the comedy?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. No, really. We just kind of were doing the next thing. That's always been our thing.
You never think in terms of historical terms, when you're doing it. You're just glad the hell, that
you got a gig.
You got out of there alive,
Just glad to be getting paid for doing something you love, right?
Yeah. There was always something going on, But no, it was a time that sort of went by really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, you're old.
Yeah.
Well, tell us, Cheech, what can we expect from your comedy this tour here down here in McAllen?
A lot of energy and a lot of classic bits and a lot of new bits that we've never performed on stage together before. A lot of music and a lot of stand-up, and Shelby Chong, who's Tommy's wife, opens the show for us, and she comes out and joins us during the show.
Awesome.
Dancing, there's salsa dancing, and there's cotton candy for the kids.
Right. Okay. Great. Looking forward to having y'all here. I was going to ask you, Tommy. Weird Magazine about a year ago, we interviewed Kevin Booth, who did he directed that film, The American Drug War, which Kevin featured a segment of you and your time in the big house there. I wanted to see if you just might comment on that film, or just your comments on the drug war in America in general.
Well, the drug war is kind of grinding to a halt now because we got a pro pot guy in the White House now.
Yeah.
So you can see you'll see a lot of changes. They won't be all at once, but they'll be gradual. But they're going to be there. And it's going to be good. Like my economic plan for Barack would be to tap into the #1 cash crop in America.
Yeah, legislation.
Yeah, there's some money to be made. Illegal money. Why give it all to the Mexican drug lords? Just keep it in America.
Yeah, we could probably balance the budget if we just legalized that plant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it'll be one of these, like every grower. We don't mind paying a little, 10%.
Just grow one plant yourself. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well,
one plant.
That's great. Well, I wanted to ask: is there plans for a new movie from you guys? Is there? You guys got something cooking?
We're going to do a remake of Up in Smoke.
Yeah, but we can't tell you much about it because then you'll steal our idea and make it a comedy room.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys are both looking favorably towards the new administration with Obama getting in yesterday. It sounds like.
Absolutely. Represents a new dawn of a new era.
Although I think we have to give Bush credit because Obama would not have won had Bush not fucked up so bad that he had no choice.
I agree, Tommy.
If Bush had not fucked up, as much, it would be President McCain.
Yep.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have been as good either. So.
No.
Imagine an inauguration with McCain.
Oh, Jesus. Did you? Oh, Christ. And did you see they had a show where the black McCains, the McCain slaves that McCain's family once owned?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They all came to the inauguration.
Oh, really?
And then they showed the old McCain plantation. And it's all it's all messed up now, all down, but all the descendants of his McCain's slaves were there.
I'll be damn. I wonder what kind of crops old McCain's were growing over there.
The cotton.
Was it cotton?
And hemp. Probably hemp.
Probably hemp, too. I wouldn't be surprised. Any words of encouragement, Cheech or Tommy, on what South Texans can expect again?
They can expect new prosperity and at least a good laugh if they come and to see us.
Yes, and their children will grow up strong and healthy. Come and see Cheech and Chong.
Well, you guys fit perfectly down here in the South Texas market. I mean, you'd go to get you guys down here is like cookies and milk, you know.
Okay, well, come on, see us when we get there.
Yeah, as long as you got Mexicans there, we'll be there.
Well, we look forward to having you guys in McAllen. I've got you both on the cover of the new issue of Weird Magazine coming out in February. We'll have you guys down here on March 15th, it looks like, so we'll look forward to receiving you guys here in another month or so.
Cool.
And listen, if I could get the both of you, my fiance's dying to hear you guys say hi to her. Her name is Evie. She said if you could tell those boys to say hi to me, I might get lucky tonight.
All right, here's Cheech and there's
Chong.
And we're saying hi to Evie.
Hi, Evie, and what are you wearing? What color songs are you wearing, Evie?
Give it up for Russell, that Weird Magazine. Thank you, guys.
All right, man.
Thanks, Russell.
Peace out. I'll see you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay on the line, Cheech.
All right.
On the line. I'm on the line. I'm still on the line.
Stay on the line.
Yeah, I sure am. Thanks, sweetie. Appreciate it, guys. See you soon.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right, bye.